Hi, this is a review for the test on January 24th, the week from Tuesday, sheets 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's start with sheet number 7, which is the Aseret HaDebrot. So the question is, why is there a need for the Torah to record the Aseret HaDebrot twice? What does it tell us about Sefer Devarim? So we said that Moshe Rabbeinu wants to reinforce the most important things to the Jewish people when they're about to enter Eretz Yisrael. Obviously, the Aseret HaDebrot are extremely central to the Torah. They're not just the 10 important things, but they also are the 10 categories that all the mitzvah can fit into one of these 10 categories. So that's why Moshe Rabbeinu feels, okay, I got to go over this before the Jews go into Eretz Yisrael. What are some of the major differences in the wording of the Aseret HaDebrot to Shemot as opposed to Sefer Devarim? So there's a whole bunch. We're just really going to go ahead and we are going to concentrate. We are just going to concentrate on one difference that appears mainly in Shabbat. So here in front of you is the Aseret HaDebrot as appears in Shemot. It says Zachor et Yom HaShabbat L'Kadashah. Remember the day of Shabbat to make it holy. And then in Pasuk Yud Aleph, it gives me the reason. Ki sheshet yamim asa Hashem et hashmai v'et haaretz, because God created the world in 6 days. Etz hayam v'et kol hashabam, the ocean and everything in the ocean. V'yanach b'yom hashvi'i, and rest on the 7th day. So if you look in Shemot, in Parshat Yitro, Perachaf, I see it says Zachor, to remember the Shabbat, and the reason why is because of B'riyat HaOlam. If I look in Devarim Hey, I get a different story. If we look down over here on Pasuk Gibet, it says Shomor et Yom HaShabbat, to guard the Shabbat, which generally means not to do melacha. And if you look at Pasuk Tedvav, it gives me a totally different reason. V'zacharta, in order to remember, ki eved hayita be'eretz Mitzrayim. Because we were slaves in Egypt and God took us out. Nothing about Priyata Olam at all. So why the change? So we learned Rashi, and Rashi is of the opinion over here that really, to show you the Rashi, it's on the sheet. I just have to be able to scroll down on the sheet a little bit over here. Let my computer do it here. So Rashi on the 2nd page of the sheet says, Shomor of Rishonot hu Amir Zachar. In the first Debrot it says Zachar, and here it says Shomor. Shnehem b'dibur echad u'v'teva achat ne'amru u'shmiya achat nishma'u. Essentially, it appears 2 different ways, but it was said simultaneously. Rosh Baruch Hu could say the 2 things simultaneously. You can't write down the 2 things simultaneously. So they're both of equal importance. And in one, it has one way that Hashem told us, which is Zachar, and to remember Ma'aseh Reshit. And in Devarim, it has Shomor, and to remember Yetziat Mitzrayim. That's the way Rashi interprets. The other difference that we saw between the first Debrot and the second Debrot is that if I look at the 2nd Debrot, it says for Shabbat, here in the Pasuk, Yudbet Shomor et Yom HaShabbat L'Kadashah, guard the Shabbat to make it holy, Ka'asher tzivcha Hashem Elokecha, like God commanded you. If I look in Shemot, it doesn't say that. It just says Zachor et Yom HaShabbat L'Kadashah. It doesn't say like God commanded you. What is this extra like God command you thing? And the same is true by Debrot number 5, Kabeda Tavicha Ve'etimecha. Here it says Kabeda Tavicha Ve'etimecha, honor your father and your mother, L'ma'an yarichun yamecha ala damasha Hashem Elokecha noten lach, in order that your days should be long on the earth that God has given you. If I look in Devarim Hey, all of a sudden I see something else. It says Kabeda Tavicha Ve'etimecha ka'asher tzivcha Hashem Elokecha, like God commanded you. What is this like God commanded you thing? What is it here in the 2nd Debrot that's not in the 1st Debrot? So we learned Rashi. The Rashi goes ahead and says over here in Devarim, going Ka'asher tzivcha, all of a sudden, the Psukim are making mention that Shabbat and Kibbutz Avim actually were said prior to the Aseret HaDebrot and Har Sinai. This is Ka'asher tzivcha kodem matan Torah b'mara, before Matan Torah in a place called Mara. So we learned that in Mara something happened. That right after Kriyat Yam Suf, the Jewish people come, and I'll get it up for you over here. Let me just get it here. Let's go to Iyun, and let's go to Tanakh, and let's go to Shmot. Let's go to Perek Tedvav. I'm going to look at the whole Perek for a second. And so we go to Shmot Perek Tedvav. It's so much fun to go through the Tanakh and to see everything. The Torah tells us as follows in Pasuk Chafet. Vayasa, this is after the splitting of the Red Sea, before the giving of the Torah. Vayasa Moshe Yisrael mi Yam Suf, that Moshe took the people from Yam Suf, and they Vayatzu Mipashur, they went out to the desert. Vayachush Shloshet Yemim Mebar V'lo Matzu Mayim, and they went for 3 days in the desert and had no water. Pasuk Chav Gimel, Vayavo Maratza, they came to a place called Marat. V'lo Yichlu L'Shal Mayim Mi Marat, Ki Marim, they couldn't drink the water; it was bitter. That's why it was known at the place as Mara, because there were bitter waters. All the people started fetch, saying, Moshe, what are you going to drink? Can't drink this water. Hashem, they davened to Hashem. God sent a tree down, and sent it to the water, and sweetened the waters. And here are the important words. Sham, there, some lo choku mishpat. There, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave the Jewish people choku mishpat laws. What laws did Hashem give them here? So according to Rashi, that's Shabbat and Kibbut Avim. So that's why by Shabbat and Kibbut Avim, when I get to the Barim Hey, it says, remember the Shabbat like God commanded you, all the way back in Marah, God commanded you. Same thing, I believe Hillel asked, why doesn't it say so? Also in Shemot Chaf, this is after Marah, this is right after Marah. So right after Marah, the people knew that these things had been given to them already. In the 40th year, they did not know that anymore. And so Moshe wanted to go ahead, and Moshe wanted to emphasize the Shabbat and Kibbut Avim had been given to the Jewish people even before Matan Torah. Okay, that's everything that I want you to know from sheet number 7. Thank you very, very much.